Hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to create a Cardano non-fungible token or NFT using the website futurebank.io. So if you haven't signed up yet at futurebank.io and created an account, so click on sign up first and you will be created a fresh Cardano wallet after you have created your account. I won't be going through the process of signing up, so just like in my previous tutorial on how to create a fungible token, after you have created your account, you will need to wait several minutes for your wallet to completely sync with the blockchain before you may be able to use your wallet. Now, while you're waiting for your wallet to completely synchronize with the blockchain, let's take this moment to upload your image file, which we will convert into an NFT. Actually, there are a bunch of free IPFS services or websites, but one of them is pinata.cloud, which I would recommend, not because they have free services, but also on the way the CID or content ID is being generated by Pinata. I tried a couple of other websites actually, and the problem is the CID that they generate is quite long, and when I tried minting my NFT with that CID, with that length of CID, actually I keep generating an error with Cardano CLI because there's a limit to the number of bytes that we need to specify in the metadata. So the longer the CID, actually it could cause a runtime error with Cardano CLI. So this is why I prefer to use pinata.cloud, because of the shorter CID that they generate. So if you haven't done so, go ahead, sign up at pinata.cloud, create your file, your free account, and then upload your file. And take note of the content ID, which we will use when we start minting our NFT at futurebank.io. So take note of this content ID. So this is the one I will use for this example. And this is the image. So this is the one I will be uploading for this example. So once it's uploaded and you can see your content ID here, just save it, copy it, and then let's proceed to futurebank.io dashboard. So here is the futurebank wallet dashboard. So I'm assuming your wallet has completely synced with the blockchain network and all the buttons here have been activated. So first thing is, since you don't have some funds yet, so click on the receive button and you will be presented with your wallet addresses. So use your primary address here and send some ADA into it. So I would suggest around 20 ADA, and I will show you why later on. So once you have received the ADA that you have sent, we are now ready to mint our NFT. So let's proceed to the Token Central. Now, if you haven't done any purchasing of a minting credit, this is the time to do so. Just buy some credits and choose the first option, which is 10 credits for 10 ADA, or you can purchase 100 credits to save some amount of ADA here. Now, once it's done, you should be able to see your minting credits updated. All right. So before we are going to be able to mint an NFT, we first need to create a policy for that. So click on the policy maker, or before you do that, let's scroll down and take a moment to read the token policy primer. It explains to you the advantage and disadvantage of choosing to time lock your policy or not. For many of the NFTs today, actually most of the policies, they time lock it so that after a certain slots in the network, the policy owner will no longer be able to mint the same NFT or burn that particular NFT because the policy is going to expire after a certain number of slots in the network. However, if you are creating NFTs for a game actually, and you want your NFT to represent the player's avatar, which, for example, if they level up in the game, you want to update the avatar, which is represented also by its metadata. So if you need to update the metadata of your NFT in the future, then you should not choose to time lock your policy. Otherwise, you will no longer be able to update the metadata. All right. So take some time to read the primer here and understand carefully whether to time lock your policy or not. Now, once you're ready, click on the policy maker, then click add policy, and then make sure to check this box that you want to use this policy to mint an NFT. Now let's choose again another name. Let's call it Avalon NFT, and I will time lock my policy after 1 million slots, so that after this slot has expired, I will no longer be able to mint the same NFT or burn it actually. So that's done. This is the policy that I've just created with the policy ID here. Now it's time for me to mint my NFT. So let's proceed now to NFT Minter. Again, take some time to read the introduction here so you will grasp the general idea before you mint your NFT. All right. So the first step is to select the NFT policy that we just created. Now for the short name, you should specify here a symbol for your NFT using alphanumeric characters only. No spaces and no other special characters. Just letters and numbers actually. So for this example, I will call it Avalon NFT. Now for the descriptive name, that's where you can put spaces and other special characters that you deem necessary. So I will describe the name as Avalon NFT, or just Avalon NFT actually, and spaces are now allowed. So for the description, I'm going to call it Knights of Avalon. Order of the White Lady. So you can specify also a unique ID here. It could be anything that you want, or let's say I will call it like this one. Now for the IPFS file, that's the content ID that we generated at pinata.cloud. So I'm going to copy this one for the image file and paste it here. For the image type, you can choose whether it's a JPEG or PNG or whatever it is. that you have uploaded. So that's it. These are the most basic information that you can put up to create your NFT. Now, just a short explanation of the receiver address. Actually, you can mint your NFT and send it directly to any wallet address, even outside your wallet, actually. However, if you do that, remember that in order to mint an NFT, we need to attach at least the 1.7 ADA in the transaction. So if you chose to send or mint your NFT to another external address, the 1.7 ADA will also be sent to that address. So you have to be careful whether to put an address here or to just leave it blank, and it will be minted into your own wallet address, to your primary address actually. All right, so if you're done, then click on proceed. You will be shown here a confirmation page with the metadata that has been generated for you. Now, if you want to customize the metadata here, if you want to add additional key values here, just simply click the edit metadata and then add anything that you want here. So make sure to put comma and then specify whatever metadata that you want. Let's say you want to add your website. So type URL and then the value will be the website of your NFT. So in my case, I would say it's out on that form. So it doesn't matter what values you put in here, as long as the format is properly specified. So click on save metadata, or you can cancel and revert to the original. All right, so I will cancel it. So I will just stick with the original metadata that was generated for me. All right, so the last step is to put your spending password here. Then click on mint token and wait for a few seconds before your NFT will be minted and processed. So that's it. We have successfully minted our Avalon NFT. Our minting credits was deducted with our 1 MC. Now let's wait for a few seconds before we can view our NFT at pool.pm. So if you click on this one, it will show you the NFT that you have just created. Note that the larger the image file that you uploaded, it could take a while for the image to appear at pool.pm. So you need also to consider the file size that you upload. So the larger it is, the longer it will take for the file to propagate in the IPFS network. So here it is. My NFT has been generated. So here is the description that I use and the other information that I included in its metadata. Also, it is worth noting that NFTs should always have a single quantity. Now, if you try to remint this same token symbol, even if it has different metadata in it, the quantity will just be incremented. And once it's incremented, it is no longer an NFT, or it will become a fungible token instead. So that's it. We have now our NFT. Now let's go back to the wallet dashboard of Future Bank. Now let's proceed to the assets list. You should have your Avalon NFT here. Now if you click on the fingerprint, again it will go to Pool PM website and show you your NFT. So the transaction has propagated in the network. If you view your transactions here, you will see the transaction fee. It's 0.20. And if you go back to the Token Central, the minting credit has been deducted. So basically that's it. Now if you go to NFT Minter again, you can actually burn your NFT if you want to, as long as your policy hasn't expired. So that's it for this tutorial. I've just shown you how to easily mint an NFT or a Cardano NFT using Future Bank IO. So stay tuned for my future tutorials, and thank you for watching.